First of all, let's have a quick interaction with Sonu. Sonu, can you hear us properly?
Yeah, just a minute. My video, it's having some issue.
Okay.
So the pop-up is saying the meeting is being recorded. You will have to remove that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Just click on that. Yes, I allow. Okay.
Yeah.
So hi Sonu, thank you for joining in.
Yeah,
If you face any problem anywhere, please let us know. Also Tridip, if you face any problem understanding anywhere, you can always stop me or stop Amol sir, and we'll be very happy to help.
Yeah.
So thank you. So since I already mentioned that it's gonna be a repetitive class, we have already covered these things in our initial interaction with our students. But it will be better that if we go through these things once again, because since you guys are new, it will be easier for you to understand this domain properly before getting deep dive into this domain. Okay. So the first thing basically that comes in our mind is what is business intelligence, right? So this is a domain wherein many people are still confused that are we a data analyst, we are in the data science team, or we are what we are exactly, right? We are in the data team, but we are not into data science and we are not into data analyst. We are into data analytics. What does that mean? That means the data analysts, they prepare the data for us and then they give us the data. Once we get the data, we do a lot of logical analysis on those data and we represent the data with the help of various kinds of dashboards. So we have many tools that we will be covering. With the help of those tools, we will be creating dashboards for our business. Okay. So what is going to happen? For example, Amazon. Okay. So when you go into Amazon, or when the Amazon actually shows the, suppose say the number of sales or how much profit they have made in the last quarter, how much profit they have made in the previous year, or what will be the profit in the upcoming years. So therein plays the role of the business intelligence guys. That means us, wherein we are going to get this job done for them. So we will have their historical data. Okay. Based on that historical data, we are going to transform that data into information. And that information, we are going to represent it with the help of various kinds of visualizations like charts, line graph, donut chart, various different kinds of interactive charts we are going to develop and present that data, which will become easier for the business to understand as well. Am I able to clear myself? Means, are you able to understand what is business intelligence at the moment? Any questions as of now?
No.
No, great. So why business intelligence? Okay. So basically, it is very important for the business. Why? Because business is related to profit. Business is related to the growth. If the business is not able to understand कि हम कितने पानी में हैं, so what will happen? They won't be able to plan accordingly. You need to understand where we are standing at the moment and what are the sectors we need to target so that we can make our business grow. That is the main reason that business intelligence have come into the picture at the moment. So it basically improves the speeds of the business decision. It becomes very easy to access and share as well. For example, once we create a dashboard, so we need to share that to a lot of people, right? Previously, there was only one tool that we had, which is Excel. So what we have to do with the help of that tool, we have to send emails because Excel can't be shared. But right now, there are various tools that we are going to learn, which is actually present online. You can just log in with your credentials and you can check the report. You do not have to manually send it. So all things are right now becoming automated. So it saves our time and it will do real-time analysis because it will be directly connected to the server, and whatever cell or whatever data that is getting uploaded in the server, that will be live. So that type of connection has right now taking place. And because of that reason, the role of Excel has reduced drastically. So Excel is definitely there because there is no technology that will get completely obsolete. But yes, with the span of time, technologies धीरे धीरे what will happen? It will depreciate, but it will not get extinct. It's that kind of manner. So it basically helps us to identify the waste in the system. What is waste? There are a lot of data which are unnecessary, right? So those unnecessary data is required to be filtered out. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be huge amount of data in the database, which will reduce the performance. For that reason, it is very important for us to identify that data. So we are going to do that, and we are going to clear and filter out that data. It reduces different kinds of risks that the organization might have. What type of risks? If we are not able to analyze the data properly, so we are not going to able to make the business grow or target a particular sector. For example, during Diwali, it has been observed that people buy clothes, a lot of clothes. So what will happen during the time of Diwali? The company needs to increase their infrastructure only in clothes, because there is a huge demand. And if we cannot supply, then what will happen? We are going to lose the business, right? जहाँ पे मेरा सेल हो सकता था, अगर मेरे पास डेटा है तो मैं एनालाइज कर पाऊंगा तो exactly कि at that time what are the sectors I need to target, and that basically is our role to ensure that we can do all these kinds of different kinds of analysis and provide it to the clients. So this analysis you do not have to do. The requirement will come from the client कि मुझे ये चीजें चाहिए. So once you get the requirement, we are going to create it based on that requirement. Right? Are you able to understand me properly?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. If you have got any questions anywhere, feel free to ask. Amol, you can share the next slide. Right. So how to achieve data visualization? So the next question, पहले आता है why and कैसे करेंगे? What is data visualization? So there is something called as go down. हम लोग go down. So I'm going to try to relate to the things which you have normally faced in your day-to-day life. So go down में क्या होता है basically? There are lots of things that get dumped, and once a lot of things gets dumped in the go down, then what happens? People come, then they segregate the things, right? Suppose fruits है तो fruits का section अलग बनेगा, vegetables है vegetables का section अलग बनेगा, and different suppose electronic goods है वो section अलग बनेगा. So this is the similar thing that is happening in database as well. So the place where we dump data is called the warehouse. That is data warehouse. So from where this data come? This data actually comes from different sources. कैसे कैसे आ सकता है? Suppose there might be some Excel file that gets generated. Suppose there might be what can I say, some handouts or printout that get generated. Data entry वाले operators बहुत सारे data generate करते हैं. Then when we go to a bank, for example this one. So what happens when you go to a bank? You go to a bank and share all your informations like PAN card, Aadhaar card, your name, detail, birth date, and everything, right? So that the data gets in the dump of the bank. That means it gets dumped in the data warehouse of the bank. When we are doing a lot of online transactions, at that time also a lot of data gets dumped. When we are depositing money in the bank, at that time also a lot of data gets dumped. Amma, please go to the previous slide. So there are many areas through which the data actually gets accumulated in the database or the data warehouse. Now, there are lots of data that has come from multiple places. We need to analyze the data, right? So herein comes the part of the data analysts. Okay, so the data analysts will be segregating the data from the huge dump. So we are not going to do that. It's the work of the data analysts. In some cases, we are going to do that, but not elaborately. So that is the difference between the people from data analytics and the people who are actually data analysts or database analysts, or there are different designations that are associated to it. The final step is the visualization part, which is the third step. So if you check the visualization, it's all graphical, right? There will be charts, bar graph, line graph. So that is our roles and responsibility. So once we get the data from the data analysts, we are going to work on the data, create some beautiful dashboards, which will be visually appealing to the eyes, which will be interactive. It's very important that we need to interact. See, suppose मैं देखना चाहता हूँ 10 साल पहले, suppose in the month of June कितना sales हुआ था. So the people should go there, choose the option and get the result. So that is the type of visualization that we are going to make. Yes, Amol, you can change the slide. Are you guys clear about the roles and responsibilities till now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes, Amol, you can move on to the next slide. So it is mentioned over here, see the database, the data warehouse at the moment. If you check the data warehouse, so in the data warehouse, I'm not going into the details of OLTP, what is OLTP, what is ETL and everything. I'll just give you an overview. Amol sir is going to deeply talk about these things when he is going to take over the session. So data warehouse is a place where the data gets dumped, and in the data warehouse, we are going to use different kinds of tools like is ETL. ETL basically stands for extract, transform, and load. So extract means extracting the data from the database. Transform means transforming the data in the right way the organization want. And load means it is getting loaded in the data warehouse once again. So what happens in the data, suppose एक गोडाउन है, वहां पे सब आके डंप कर दिए, फिर उसको वहां से हम लोग सजाया डेटा को एंड वापस से डेटा वेयरहाउस में प्रॉपर्ली शेल्फ में सजा के रख दी. So that means, so it works means in our house also we work accordingly, right? Suppose अलमारी में सब कपड़े वहां पे डंप कर दिए, फिर क्या किया, कपड़े निकाले, हफ्ते में एक दिन सबको सजा के आयरन करके वापस अलमारी में सजा के रख दी. So this is what is happening in the data warehouse. So we are extracting the data, उसको सजा रहे, we are using different types of queries to actually get the data from the database. We are doing a lot of analysis, and then सजाने के बाद we are once again moving the data into the data warehouse once again. So what happens? The entire process happens in the data warehouse, and here all the people from the data analysis team, the ETL team, and the BI team comes into picture. They segregate the data in the best way possible, and then they are going to create or generate different kinds of reports that will be required for the organization. Right. So yeah, Amol, the next slide, please. So now popular business intelligence tools that are available in the market, and what are the things that we are going to cover. Okay, that is very important. So बहुत सारे visualization tools are right now available in the market. आता है Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense, Amazon QuickSight, SFP, Power BI. So ये बहुत सारे available है. But right now the leading are Power BI and Tableau. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the two most important tools, which is Power BI and Tableau. इस पे बात करेंगे because बाकी के जो tools है वो भी धीरे धीरे मतलब उतना यूज नहीं हो रहा है, because these tools are very strong, which is Power BI and Tableau, and what we are going to cover in our entire training module. So we have designed the training module in such a manner in which you can get a very easy job. Okay, so you need to understand that what is the market at the moment. Okay, the market is Power BI and Tableau, but we are not going to do Tableau, but there is a reason behind it. Okay, now let's come into something which everyone would be able to relate to, which is Reliance Jio. सबके पास जियो का फोन है और जियो का सिम है, राइट? सब लोग यूज कर रहे हैं. बट इनिशियली जब स्टार्ट हुआ था, जियो ने क्या किया था? जियो ने सबको वो फ्री में दे दिया, राइट? फ्री में देके आदत बना दिया, मतलब आदत खराब कर दिया. पीपल आर राइट नाउ वेरी इजीली दे कैन एक्सेस इंटरनेट. जो पहले हम लोगों को इंटरनेट कार्ड भरना पड़ता था, राइट नाउ एवरीवन कैन इजीली टॉप अप और रिचार्ज देयर कार्ड. पहले जियो ने सब कुछ फ्री में बांटा, इतना फ्री का आदत लगा दिया कि अभी आदत छूटता ही नहीं है. सो सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ ट्रेंड माइक्रोसॉफ्ट इज डूइंग with their product, and Microsoft is not doing right now, they are doing since time immemorial. That means since long time they are doing the same thing. They are giving these things which are highly costly at very, very cheap price. So what happens? Organizations are using it, they are getting used to, and then they come into picture and then they ask, now give me this much amount of money, only then I'll be able to give you the service. अभी आप जियो का रिचार्ज करने जाओगे, उतना ही पैसा लगता है वोडाफोन में रिचार्ज करने के लिए, शायद 10-15 रुपए या 20 रुपए कम होगा, बट इट्स ऑलमोस्ट द सेम कॉस्ट. सो दिस इज व्हाट Power BI has done. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का टूल है पावर बीआई विच इज वेरी वेरी पावरफुल टूल. पहले उतना पावरफुल था नहीं पावर बीआई. इट वाज टैब्लो which was leading the market. But what Microsoft has done, Microsoft has checked the progress of Tableau and they have incorporated all the features that are there in Tableau into Power BI and वो फ्री में बांटना चालू कर दिया. फ्री में तो नहीं, बहुत ही सस्ते में. So it's a part of Microsoft package. कोई भी ऑफिस में जाओगे, विंडोज ही यूज कर रहे हो, कुछ और यूज नहीं कर रहे हो, राइट? और विंडोज यूज कर रहे हो, दैट मीन्स माइक्रोसॉफ्ट. एंड माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के पैकेज में ये सब कुछ आ जाता है. तो इसलिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज फाइंडिंग इट वेरी इफेक्टिव एंड कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट. एंड टैब्लो इज वेरी कॉस्टली टूल. तो बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस अभी टैब्लो को परचेज नहीं कर रहे. सो राइट नाउ द डिमांड ऑफ पावर बीआई इज ह्यूज. And however, the number of people who are right now available who have got in-depth knowledge of Power BI is very less. Because Power BI अभी strong बना है. आज से 5 साल पहले Power BI उतना strong नहीं था. Since last 2 years or 3 years, Power BI has included all the features that are available in Tableau. For that reason, it has become very powerful. And right now, since the job market of Power BI is huge, we are going to cover Power BI and not Tableau. I am a Tableau professional, but right now I am also working on Power BI. Why? Because मेरे organization में कुछ clients है जो कि Power BI में switch कर लिए. They are not using Tableau any longer. जो Tableau में था उसका migration हो गया Power BI में. For that reason, I also need to upgrade my skills to Power BI. So that is the main reason that we are going to cover Power BI over here and not Tableau. Next slide, please. So this is basically the architecture of Power BI. I'll request Amol sir to take over this, and he's going to give you a overview of it. And if you have got any questions, please feel free to ask, okay? Because it's very important for us to understand that whether you are able to understand the things. Because सब कुछ ठीक है, अगर आप समझोगे नहीं, then it will be a big problem, okay? At the end, everyone will have their offer letters in hand, but किसको कितना इजीली जो वो चीज मिल रहा है, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट्स फ्रॉम डे वन nicely. Okay, so it will be a two-way interaction, not one way, and I'll always repeat the same phrase over and again. So yes, Amol, thank you.
Hello all. Hello Tridip, right? And Sonu. Welcome to the Downtown Coders. I'm the trainer for BI Analytics team. Just wanted to know basic about your introduction, what you are doing.
Yeah, hi, I'm Olyfp. This side Sonu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work as an HR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the what platform you were working? Any technologies, Excel or SQL?
Yeah, Excel.
Excel.
Yeah.
And Tridip, you?
Yeah, hi. I am working as a customer service associate.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any idea about Excel at least? How does it
Yeah,
work?
Tridip,
Yeah.
you're on mute if you're speaking here.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Do you have any idea how Excel works?
Yes, my first job was in totally in Excel only, because I was a vendor manager where I have to keep track of all the data of vendors, like how they are doing accuracy wise, yeah, or data wise. So I know little bit of Excel, like up to VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, sort of, and little bit of charts and charts. Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know all about others. Now I will walk you through. Already we have done, but for you, I will walk you through about Power BI architecture. How does it work and what we are going to cover. I think you would have received our syllabus, right?
yes.
Yeah. Please go through it, and if you have any question, you can ask me. Okay. And this is actually Power BI architecture. Looks like this is the data source, right? As explained by Shubhdeep, right? This is the data where we collect in OLTP. So I will explain you about what is the OLTP first. Okay, OLTP means online transaction processing. This is designed only for the live transaction. It is not for the analysis purpose, because a lot many people are using it. And if analysis team is also going to use it, then that will impact on the load, and obviously it will be run very slow, right? Which no one wants. So this is the team. Let's take our self example, right? If you have if you want to be a customer of bank, if you want to open the bank account, what you will do? You will fill up the form due to the bank executive, right? Then he will open your account, and you will be given one unique account number, right? Then you will be doing online transaction, withdrawal money, depositing amount, right? And then Phone Pay, Google Pay, and then if you using it, right? Thousand of transaction getting generated in a second, because lot many using at a time. So all transactions are getting dumped into the OLTP. OLTP is online transaction processing. That's it. You have to only remember in this slide, nothing others. Okay, because mostly question is being asked on what is OLTP, not any other. Right. Let's go on the next slide. Here, what picture shows earlier in earlier stage, people used to follow this practice, right? On the paper. I will show you here. People used to use this pattern, but now customers are increased, and this is not recommended. Now what IT says, everything should be go under IT team. Now they said you don't. They said you don't have to sit and write each and everything. We are there. We'll take care, because what here was lot many problems was occurring while generating report, and there was not much security. If suppose let's take an example, agar kuch आग लग गए, सब डॉक्यूमेंट्स, if it does actual fire हो गया, सब आग लग गए और सब डॉक्यूमेंट उसमें ही चले गए, तो anyone can, if I'm customer of that bank, और मैं जाके उनको बोलूंगा कि मैंने 50 लाख रुपीस डिपॉजिट किए थे, give me the back, right? Give me that amount back, and there won't be any record. So that was the problem. So that's why each and every company wants to go with safe, secure database warehouse, right? Then everyone started using this, right? Then we mark here cross sign. Why? Here is also we mark cross sign. As I said, this is not recommended you to use OLTP database for analysis, right? To reduce the load. Because बहुत ज्यादा अगर लोग यूज कर रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियस लोड आएगा. क्लियर है यहाँ तक?
Yes.
Yeah. Now here is the picture. You will understand each and everything what we are going to do this course, and where we are going to sit and work on which position and what kind of work we are going to handle. Okay. This is the OLTP again, right? There are separate team. They will be working on transaction. Large number of set of tables are there. Both tables रहते हैं. मोबाइल से भी डेटा आ रहा है, कंप्यूटर से भी आ रहा है, और ATM से भी आ रहा है, right? They have to manage each and everything, right? Then here is ETL. Again, ETL team have to work on ETL part. ETL is nothing. I will show you in next slide. ETL क्या करता है क्या नहीं, मैं आपको next slide में बता देता हूँ, right? That is there in our syllabus. So ETL team work on only that part. What they will do, transfer data from OLTP to Olyfp. Olyfp means online transaction for analysis. तो यहाँ पे सब वो डंप करते हैं, तो वहाँ पे there are lot many process, the data which we don't need, they have to take it out, bad data we said for that, right? And they will store it in the logical form, that is standard format. They will store all the data. And here also another team working for data modeling. Data modeling, prepare data and give us for visualization. So our work comes here in the picture. तो हमारा काम क्या है? We take data and connect to our BI tool and make sure that performance is getting optimized, everything is running smooth, and then here you will be sitting and working on this slide. Is this picture clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So can I go ahead?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, please ask me if you find any issues or difficulty to understand. If I'm go wrong somewhere, I'll correct. Okay.
Amol, there's one
Yeah.
question. जैसे आपने बताया डेटा वेयरहाउस से we collected data and we create the following slides, right?
Correct. Yeah.
It is the only thing.
Right. Data ये भी डेटा ही है, ये डेटा ही क्रिएट करता है,
पर उसको ETL टीम कन्वर्ट करके डेटा वेयरहाउस में
करेक्ट डंप करती है डेटा.
फिर
करेक्ट.
वहां से डेटा एनालिटिक्स का काम है कि वो डेटा एनालिस्ट करके रिपोर्ट जनरेट करके उसको चार्ट फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करे, राइट?
करेक्ट. फिर यहाँ से ये ETL की टीम अलग है, फिर ये इसके डेटा वेयर हाउस की भी टीम अलग है, तो डेटा मॉडलिंग पे काम करती है. वो आपको रेडीमेड डेटा पूरा ठीक से आपको क्लीन करके देंगे.
जी.
राइट. आपका वो डेटा बहुत क्लीन रहेगा, फिर भी आपको एनालाइज करना रहता है, देखना होता है कि व्हाट डेटा इज कंसिस्ट इन ब्लैंक्स है, कुछ है, दैट आल्सो यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन, बट मोस्टली पार्ट हैज बीन डन बाय दिस पीपल.
ओके सर.
Okay. Yeah, let's go on next slide. Right, this already has been covered by Subhadeep, why we are going to Power BI, right? These are the top 2 tools in the market. They are going neck to neck in the market. Now this is the trend in red mark. Actually BI is heading now market, right? And this is the database now which I have explained you now, and we are going to work on this Power BI desktop. What will you do with this Power BI desktop? This is the Power BI component which we are going to learn. So in this Power BI query, Power Query, right? Power Query is nothing like, but it is ETL tool, you can say. वहाँ पे भी you have to take data, check if there is blanks or unnecessary data you have to remove, and only dump the data into the Power Query platform, right? So Power Query also we are going to learn. So Power Query में क्या होता है कि relationship क्या है, नहीं कैसे लगाते हैं, फिर उसमें DAX function आते हैं, that we are going to cover in Power Pivot model. Then once data is prepared, then we create a visualization on Power View. So we have to create graphs, chart, map, right? This map is also there, right? Then data catalog also we are going to look at. Data management gateway, that how we schedule our data refresh, right? Then Power BI Q&A. This is nothing only, but you just ask the question. आपको you have to ask the question, and that will make a ready-made things for you. आपको just type करना है ये line chart, right? And column that you want to include in line chart. So it will make automatically by themselves. ठीक है?
Yeah, it is similar to we do OK Google or Hey Siri, right?
Okay, right.
So when you ask them a question, then they give you the answer. How they give the answer? Because everything is feeded into the database. And once you ask that question, they relate to those queries which are already present in the database, and then they give the answer. So there is some awesome feature that Power BI has included, which is called Power BI Q&A. And this is the similar feature that we have in Tableau. That feature is called Ask Data, wherein you just ask a question and the report is ready. So we are going to go through that thing as well. Yeah.
Right. But difference is only there you have to speak and you have to write down here only. Okay. And this is the last Power BI service. Actually, it helps us to share and collaborate if you are you are multiple user, and if you want to share with your colleague or management with Power BI, we can do these things. Okay. Now I will show you one data. Let me share that data with you. I think it's not open. Till the time, do you have any question with what I have walked you through? Are you comfortable with English and Hindi, or please suggest if you want use any other language? Marathi also I can do, but mostly here.
Sir,
Marathi will be difficult for us.
Yeah.
Marathi will be difficult for us to understand.
Right.
So it
Right.
is quite good in Hindi or English.
Hindi and English, everybody is fine with this, right? Okay.
Yes.
Then that's fine. Then this is the data. Okay. If I ask you the question,
We are not able to see your screen, Amol. You need to share that
Okay.
screen.
I think older one is there. Let me switch the screen. Now, are you able to see my data?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the data, right? Now, if I'm the owner of business, and if I ask the question, I want product wise details, right? So it is very difficult to find. We have to go, right? Go to product field, then we have to filter it. Otherwise, do the pivot table and go here, and this is product wise sale, right? And if I ask you location wise sale, then again you have to go do the pivot or filter it, right? This way you can do. But now what if a higher level of management want to see the report? They don't want in this way, right? They don't want to go and create pivot, and they just want to see the picture, right?
Yeah.
So what we have to do, we have to create same data into the pictorial format. It is saying that picture says 1000 words, right? तो यहाँ पे हर चीज है, हर चीज में आप फिल्टर भी लगा सकते हो, right? You can filter it out. Here is also slider, slicer, right? Slicer पे भी you can filter it, filter out. Yeah, it's look really good, right? And this is tedious task, which I have shown you earlier. Understood?
Yes.
Means
Do you have
all has been created by using Power BI.
Right. We are going to create this all in Power BI.
So it's basically an interactive dashboard that has been created. So it will be your project as well. So wherein, as Amol sir was hovering over a few things, selecting few things, you can check the data was getting changed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So everything is in one page. You do not have to send this report to anywhere. You just upload it in the database, in the server. Everyone can check it, and many people can access the data at the same time. And also we can give permissions to people. Yeah.
Yeah. Multiple reports have been generated.
Multiple reports generated on one dashboard. So it's a pictorial representation of data that we are going to do through Power BI. And this is what we do in our day-to-day job as well.
Okay. Please ask me if you have any question. Till the time I will share you another slide. Does anyone have any question, queries? No one have, right? Great. So this is the picture already we have covered, right? Now we'll go through the data warehouse in little deeper. We'll dig deeper, right? Here. What is a data warehouse? A data warehouse, a central location where consolidated data from multiple locations are stored, right? Then end user access it whenever he needs from anywhere. Then data warehouse is not loaded every time when new data is generated. Now I will explain you about this. Right now, data we received from multiple platform. As I said, mobile से भी data आ रहा है, computer से भी आ रहा है, अब बैंक पे भी जा रहे हो, right? So 1, 2, 3 source, or there might be many, right? So this data is going to dump in Olyfp, right? And from Olyfp, ETL team is going to put it into data warehouse. This is actually chain which we have already discussed, right? तो ये डेटा एक सेंट्रलाइज लोकेट होता है, डिजाइन किया जाता है, आर्किटेक्ट किया जाता है, और ये डेटा इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू लोड immediately. If you withdraw amount, this is not going to reflect in database. Where this is going to reflect? Here
OLTP.
in OLTP, right? यहाँ पे आएगा. If you use your ATM, पहले यहाँ पे आएगा immediately. If you go to the ATM, or if you this is online transaction, immediately OLTP आएगा. ATM पे भी इधर ही आएगा, और बैंक में से भी इधर भी आएगा, right? तो बाद में क्या ETL team what does? They do the ETL work, and there is a timeline determined by the business as to when data warehouse need to be loaded. As per the scenario, they will decide when data need to be stored. Abhi mostly what happen, entire day we work, we generate transaction, right? So at night there is actually time where system have a time and we can do this kind of work, right? तो नाइट में क्या होगा कि हम उस डेटाबेस का यहाँ से डेटा हम पुल करके यहाँ पे will put here, okay? तो उसके लिए भी time is getting scheduled at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock morning, right? At the midnight. So this is the flow of data warehouse. So then there ETL's pictures come here. Use case of data warehouse. Companies of all type, big and small, uses a data warehouse to store data and use for decision making. So all kind of the company want to use this to analyze their data, how their business is going on, because there are a lot many transactions, and if they want to see the business, it will be tedious task, right? Then BI tool is a better option in market. This is a better option. So ETL, there are multiple various data that we are getting cleansed and filtered out the bad data and getting stored into the data warehouse. This is the concept. Okay. ETL works on this process. They remove all bad data. Filter out all bad data. Only required data that is required for analysis, check insight where we stand, to make the forecasting, and so on. Do you have any question as of now?
So there might be a question that come in the mind that what is bad data, right? So kya hai ye bad data? So bad data is nothing but the data which is completely unwanted. For example, I am taking a SIM, okay, and I have already shared my credentials, suppose with Jio, and I'm taking another SIM for Vodafone. I'm giving the same data to them as well, right? And they are selling the data here and there, here and there. So a duplicate of data is happening, and thousands of data which are actually duplicated. Not thousand, in fact, the number is in crores, okay, in billions. So that data is not required. That is an unwanted data, which is required to be filtered out. So the ETL team works on those data. There are other data as well, which are called as bad data, which have different kinds of data types. We will talk about that later. So basically, the unwanted data is required to be filtered by the ETL team. And once that is filtered, it is given to us. Sometimes we also need to do the filtering, and then we present the data. Most of the time, the data that we get are already filtered and in the best data that we get. So all the logical buildings they do, And then we need to set up logical buildings to represent the data in the best way possible for our organization. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's go in next slide and let's see what it is. Right now already we have, yeah. Does someone have any question? No. Okay. We have already walked you through with this picture what is source of data, right? Files and other sources. ETL also we have seen. Data where also we have seen. Now there is a one new things here you will understand. D1, DM1, D12, DM2 and DM3. What is it? It's a data mart. In layman language, what is data mart? आप अगर डीमार्ट में जाते हो वहाँ पे you will find everything is segregated. Clothes का center अलग है, right? फिर foods का अलग है, groceries का अलग है, right? This is the similar kind of things. So here will be sales data, product data, customer data, right? This is part of data warehouse. Many people use data from data warehouse itself. But what if you have billions of data? If I ask you, I want last month of data and compare with that last to last month data. And if you are playing with this directly and trying to extract data from data warehouse, it will take many time, which no one wants, right? Then it will help you. This data mart will help you to save your time. If data is already extracted, that will be saved here itself. So in quick time, you can extract data, create a report and give it to your boss. Okay, and here you are going to work.
Oh, one thing about means basically DM is the what we can say. I mean segregated data. I can say.
Right. Segregated data. Correct. I think. Yeah, we'll find the. Okay, there is some. Let me erase it out. Let me close and open it so that we'll have a best picture. Do you have any question?
Are you guys able to relate to the things? It's not tough. Okay, you just need to use a simple example like Almira. क्या होता है वहां पे? वही चीज हो रहा है बिलियंस ऑफ डेटा के साथ. हम लोग एवरीडे वही काम करते हैं, बट हम लोग रिलेट नहीं कर पाते. नाउ विद द हेल्प ऑफ कोड with the help of tool, we would be able to relate to the things. Sonu, are you able to understand the things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you finding it difficult or easy or intermediate?
As of now, it's quite easy. I mean, I can
Right.
relate to it. I mean,
Right. That is important. If you can relate to it, the things are actually very easy.
yeah.
Okay. I will share my screen.
You're not able to see your screen as of now.
Yeah, I'm not able to know. Yeah, actually this is not going to erase. Okay, let's go with the set.
No, there is an option. I think Zoom is behaving a bit weird. If you just go to just scroll, you can only see it. Okay, you won't be able to erase it from this slide. You have to use the Zoom to erase it. If you just go to the area where you can share screen, mute or something, first you need to share the screen and then you will have to do that. Otherwise, you won't be able to erase it. So you
Okay.
need to, yeah, you need to share your screen, and then
Yeah. I'm finally able to do this kind of work.
yeah,
Yeah, I will
some
share my
settings
screen.
of Zoom have got changed. So that reason, yeah.
Yeah. Now that got
Yeah.
no need of that also. Yeah. Here is what I was actually looking for, clean data, right? Now we are going to see the difference of OLTP and OLAP. Only these two terminology you have to remind. Other question may ask only on this two terminology. What is OLAP and what is OLTP? Okay. So let's see OLTP, what does used for everyday running of business. As I saw on in slide, that every person generating transaction and getting stored into the OLTP, that data warehouse, right? And OLAP used to analyze and better a business. This is only purpose of OLAP is to analyze the data for better business. That means where I'm stand, who are the competitor, where I'm standing, what is my growth, right? This is for comparison. So next, every transaction is getting reloaded. That means if you generate any transaction, that is going to load instantly in OLTP. And there is summarized data. There are many hundreds of reports, and those reports, that good data, which is required data, is getting summarized, formatted, and stored into the formal format. Okay. Isolated data. Here data in multiple tables, that means data we are getting from multiple platform, from multiple data source, mobiles, laptop, right? So they are the data they are using is also the difference. So they all have to take in mind and create an architecture for a data warehouse and consolidate it and put into the data warehouse, right? Then access repeatedly. That means what? Right, in every second, thousands of people withdrawing amount, transferring, right? So that means this data is getting accessed repeatedly again and again, right? Then accessed on ad hoc basis. That means this data is not going to use repeatedly, because customers are not going to use it. Only manager, you, me, right? That you are going to work. Only you are going to access. So load on data will be less. We cannot say less, but yeah, user load will be less, but data will be more. Here data will be less and load will be more. That is how they have architecture. And simple query are used because there are multiple platform and all tables they have created. So simply they use for they use simple query, and there are a lot many data, right? So that's why here complex queries are used. And then data accessed usually by lower level employee. Lower level means what? If you go into bank executive will check live data, right? They will use it for your transactions, or if you want to check if it is right data, right person you have sent the amount, right? These are the lower level. And what is the higher level? Managers, executive, right? And analytics team who are going to generate, those people only going to use OLAP data. Few rows are accessed at a time and huge numbers of row accessed at one time. This means all data is getting stored into OLAP, right? So here is huge data, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly, you will get everything. But in OLTP, you will get real-time data only, limited data, right? This is the actually bifurcation or difference, you can say. Do you have any question on this slide? You don't have to remember all this, only you have to remember what is OLTP and what is OLTP. Oh, sorry, OLTP and OLAP. No?
Sir, what's
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, sir, what's the full form of OLAP?
Online analysis processing.
Okay, online
This
analysis.
is for this is for A means analysis, T means transaction.
Transaction. Yeah.
Online transaction, online analysis.
Yeah, and the third point which is mentioned over here is isolated data, data in multiple tables, and consolidated data. Can you explain this once again, please?
Yeah, sure. Isolated data means what? This has been spread across a multiple table,
Mhm.
right? It is not in one table.
Okay,
This has been spread.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Now-
consolidated means कि पूरा डेटा अलग अलग डेटा वेयर हाउस से हमें ज्वाइन करना है and you have to dump it into a formal way. We have to consolidate it.
Okay, sir.
Do you remember
Fine.
that ETL team? ETL team works on this.
Okay, fine, sir.
Yeah, good question. Does anyone have any issues or any questions, concerns? Yeah, this already we have walked you through, right? This is the basic actually structure, and this is nothing only as I explain you. Data source, their separate team will be work. ETL team will be work. Then here that data modeling team will be work, and here you are going to work. This is data source, ETL. There are the data warehouse concept, how data is getting stored, who are using, what is the data mart, this concept here. Only I have draw it, nothing else. So we have to concentrate on this picture only.
Okay.
Now, yeah, tell me if you have any question. So we can jump into the syllabus. Syllabus already you have received, right? So request you to go through the syllabus, right?
Yeah, we can give a brief overview of the syllabus, not in details, because it will take a lot of time, which is unnecessary. Yeah.
I will give only the overview.
So basically, in short, if I have to say, we are going to understand these concepts in details, okay, especially SQL, wherein we will be extracting the data from the database. So we will be creating a database. We will extract the data. How to interact with the database is something which is very important. And once we extract the data, what we are going to do? That means the Power BI then comes into picture. So yeah, so this is the syllabus of Power BI, wherein mota mota agar bolna hai, we are going to cover all the different types of charts that are available. Interview में ये सब questions बहुत ज़्यादा पूछता है कि what are the different types of charts you have created or what are the custom charts that you have built. So we are going to cover all those things. Different maps are available in Power BI. दो अलग अलग मैप में क्या क्या डिफरेंस है वो भी पूछा जाता है ड्यूरिंग टाइम ऑफ इंटरव्यू. सिंस हम लोग ये सब बहुत डिटेल में करेंगे तो the answers will be on the tip of your tongue, and that is what we think that you should have. For that reason study is very important, क्योंकि ये जितना easy है सीखने के लिए उतना easy है भूलने के लिए या confuse होने के लिए, because many things are interrelated to each other. That is the main reason you need to go through the things every day. Okay, so Amol, if you just scroll slowly through the syllabus of Power BI. Yeah. So then we are going to understand the different types of what are tables and metrics in Power BI. थोड़ा difficult charts को भी हम लोग देखेंगे. We are going to cover some custom charts like scatter plot, waterfall, tree map, gate chart. We are going to understand what are cards and filters. Filters and cards are very, very important concepts in Power BI. Wherein filters say we would be able to interact with the dashboards, like Amol sir showed in the dashboard that he had created, wherein he was clicking on few things and every chart was getting refreshed. So that is important. There are various kinds of slicers that actually makes the dashboards very interactive and very beautiful. And within using few components, we can say a lot of things through a simple dashboard. Okay. And also there are a few animated bar charts and drill down donut charts that we are going to cover. Yep, scroll down please, Amol. So we are going through the concept of action. So this is nothing but called as action filter. एक्शन फिल्टर क्या होता है कि कुछ चीज सिलेक्ट किया एंड बाकी सब डैशबोर्ड में वो रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है. So abhi you won't be able to understand the things. These are some technical jargons that I'm speaking at the moment. But हाँ, जब डिटेल में हम लोग सीखेंगे तब इसको जान पाएंगे. Then there is something called as module 10, which is our public reports to Power BI. Then there are a few text functions we are going to cover. Date function is very important. बहुत सारे questions पूछा जाता है date function, text function and number function से. So everything ये हम लोग बहुत डिटेल में Power BI करेंगे because our expertise will be in Power BI. Okay, for that reason we are going to do some in-depth study on this. Then how to append data sets in Power BI, merging data in Power BI, we are going to cover that as well. Merging मतलब क्या होता है, अलग अलग शीट से सपोज डेटा आ रहा है, अलग अलग डेटा सोर्स से डेटा आ रहा है, सपोज एक्सेल फाइल से आया, कोई SQL सर्वर से आया, सपोज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एक्सेस से आया, तो हर एक डेटा को कैसे मर्ज करेंगे, कैसे ब्लेंड करेंगे डेटा, वी आर गोइंग टू कवर दोस थिंग्स एज वेल. कैसे डैशबोर्ड्स को ऑप्टिमाइज करेंगे, दोस थिंग्स आल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू कवर. या प्लीज स्क्रॉल डाउन अ बिट. राइट, पावर क्वेरी के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो भी हम लोग देखेंगे. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट देख सकते हो, बहुत लोग स्ट्रगल करते हैं इसमें, विच इज डैक्स फंक्शन. पावर बीआई सुन के ही सब लोग डर जाते हैं, अरे डैक्स फंक्शन. डैक्स फंक्शन इज एक्चुअली वेरी इजी. अगर आपको वो चीज समझ में आ गया, दैट मीन्स यू कैन क्रैक एनी जॉब, जो कि अभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बहुत लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया. इनिशियली आई ऑल्सो यूज्ड टू थिंक दैट डैक्स फंक्शन बहुत टफ है, बट जब मैंने किया मैं लगा अरे ये तो क्या है यार, इसका ही इतना मतलब हवा है इंडस्ट्री में. बट एक्चुअली दिस थिंग्स आर वेरी इजी. इलॉन मस्क ने कुछ दिन पहले लास्ट वीक आई थिंक ट्विटर में एक ट्वीट किया था कि मैं पावर बीआई को खरीद लेता हूँ एंड डैक्स फंक्शन को इजी बनाता हूँ. इलॉन मस्क का एक ट्वीट था, शायद आप देख सकते हो गूगल में. तो मैं सोचा अरे डैक्स फंक्शन उतना टफ थोड़ी है क्या, बट एक्चुअली टफ बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. मुझे तो बहुत इजी लगा, पता नहीं लोगों को इतना टफ क्यों लगता है. बट वी आर गोइंग टू कवर द थिंग्स इन आवर वे so that it becomes easier for you as well, because we have now found out the formula how to crack a DAX function, how to understand the concepts of DAX function. आपने अगर कहीं पे जाके बोला ना मुझे DAX function आता है, सामने वाला ऐसे देखेगा अरे क्या बोल रहा है. सो एंड कोई विश्वास ही नहीं करता कि कोई भी चीज DAX function के थ्रू हम लोग कर पाते. सो दैट मीन्स योर डिपेंडेंसी विल गेट जनरेटेड इन द इंडस्ट्री. तो सब लोग तुम्हें बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यू, यू विल एड अ वैल्यू टू योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड फॉर योर टीम. So obviously, if you add value to your team, your packages shoots like anything. That has happened with us, and it will happen with you guys as well. So we are going to cover in details, and Amol sir is just awesome in DAX functions, and I have understood many things from him. I have not introduced Amol sir actually to you guys. I just forgot. Amol sir is carrying around 12 years of experience in the industry, and he is working as a data scientist in one of the organization in Pune, one of the top organization, I should say. And I am fortunate that I came across to him, and many things I have learned from him. And I'm very happy that he got onboarded with us and he is able to share those things with you guys. So, and he's very polite, very humble, very down to earth. Whatever things you ask him, he is going to answer. And just ensure that you ask him questions. The more you squeeze him, the more knowledge you will get. Otherwise, क्या हो जाएगा? उनको समझ में आएगा कि चलो तुम लोग समझ गए हो, चलो next topic. But आपको उनसे नॉलेज एक्सट्रैक्ट करके लेना है. So you guys have to play the role of an ETL. You need to extract the knowledge from Amol sir, transform it into your brain, and then load it during the time of interview in the mind of the interviewer. Okay, then this process will be very easy. Anyways, so this is the mota thing. Yes, Amol sir.
Thank you, Shabadip. Yeah. Actually, market में ना कि if you says Power Query and DAX, एक्चुअली उनको लगता है कि ये क्या चीज है. दे आर अफ्रेड कि पावर क्वेरी क्या है. बट लेट मी टेल यू, पावर क्वेरी में यम लैंग्वेज यूज किया है, वेयर इट इज वेरी इजी. यू हैव टू ओनली क्लिक क्लिक क्लिक, नथिंग एल्स. देयर आर 900 प्लस फंक्शन, एंड यू डोंट हैव टू लर्न एवरीथिंग, बट यू हैव टू लर्न हाउ वी कैन ब्रिंग इट. सो ओनली क्लिक क्लिक पे वो मैं आपको बता दूंगा. few important topic we are going to cover, and rest you can do yourself, because ये ऐसा नहीं कि वो नहीं आएगा आपको. 100 each and everything automatically आएगा, because उसमें कुछ करना ही नहीं है. you don't have to write everything. only you have to click tick mark. Only mouse will work there.
Right.
So,
It's a more
and
of a drag and drop and clicking things. देखो अभी
clicking,
क्या है
mostly
मार्केट
clicking,
में
not
there is
even
a
drag.
मार्केट में there is a
Clicking part.
preconceived notion. जैसे अगर डेवलपर, अरे जावा डेवलपर बहुत टफ है यार, मेरे तो होगा ही नहीं, तो बहुत लोगों ने शायद एक्सप्लोर ही नहीं किया वो चीज कि क्या एक्चुअली है, डर के मारे अरे इंजीनियरिंग किया तो ही जावा डेवलपर बन सकते हो, which is not actually the thing. It's a preconceived notion that society has created for everyone कि वो डेवलपमेंट का काम हमसे तो होगा नहीं, बट अगर तुम देखोगे उसको सीखोगे, अगर थोड़ा 2 महीना उसमें इन्वेस्ट करोगे, आपको लगेगा कि अरे ये तो बहुत इजी है यार, इसके लिए ही इतना हवा है मार्केट में. सो आई ऑल्सो यूज्ड टू थिंक व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग द इंजीनियरिंग, देन पूरे इंजीनियरिंग में मैंने जावा को टच भी नहीं करता था, जस्ट एक रात पहले पढ़ के पास किया ऐसा टाइप. बट जब मैंने करने लगा तब मैं सोचा अरे ये तो बहुत इजी था, ये फालतू के सीनियर्स हमें बोलते थे कि ये टफ है मत कर, तो नहीं किया. तो वही चीज है. सो यहाँ पे ये भी है पावर क्वेरी एंड डैक्स फंक्शन, एवरीवन थिंक्स इट्स वेरी टफ, फॉर दैट रीजन दे डोंट एक्सप्लोर दोस थिंग्स. इट इज लाइक मैनुअल टेस्टिंग एंड ऑटोमेशन टेस्टिंग. अरे ऑटोमेशन बहुत टफ है, मैनुअल तू कर ले बहुत इजी है. So it's nothing like that. Both are actually easy. It's the more time you spend on these things, the more easily you understand. And definitely, if you have a guidance, then these things actually becomes easier. Yeah.
But I'm sure you are going to be a master in both of this. और DAX फंक्शन जिसको एक्सेल आता है उसको ओनली यानी देखने की ही काम है, एक्सेल के ही उस पूरे फंक्शन चलते हैं इसमें. सेम लॉजिक, a little bit differences almost.
And even if you don't know Excel, it's absolutely fine. It's very easy.
Yeah, that is fine. So that's why actually I asked you first whether you are familiar with Excel or not. अगर familiar हो तो ठीक है, नहीं है तो थोड़ा आपको प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए you don't worry. ठीक है. So this is the actual syllabus which we are going to cover, and we are also going to cover SQL also, because SQL is also very important. We have to extract, load the information, right? So I will walk you through the SQL also, SQL syllabus. Give me a second.
अभी तक कोई question or concern you guys have in mind?
And how are you feeling all?
Right.
Exciting है या कुछ आपको बोरिंग लग रहा है? मेन पार्ट इसका यही है. How are you feeling? ये देख के यार डिफिकल्ट तो नहीं है, कुछ कोडिंग भी नहीं है, बट लुक के लिए कैसा लग रहा है? If you are creating such kind of the report, then how will you feel yourself?
या सब कंफ्यूज्ड है ऐसा लग रहा है, अरे बाप रे कैसे होगा, ऐसा सोच है क्या दिमाग में कि कैसे करेंगे, आज तक तो इतने साल बीत गया कभी किया ही नहीं ये सब चीजें, न्यू थिंग्स, राइट? सो न्यू है बट उसमें भी बहुत मजा है. मतलब जब आप अंदर घुस के चीजें देखोगे, इतना सिलेबस माइट बी क्वाइट ह्यूज, अरे बाबा इतना पढ़ लेता तो आईआईटी में होता, राइट? तो आईआईटी में है नहीं इसलिए पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, और जो लोग आईआईटी में है वो लोग पढ़े हैं इसलिए आईआईटी में गए, राइट? तो दिस थिंग्स माइट बी पेन और पेपर में, द सिलेबस माइट बी ह्यूज बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू कवर मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स इन डिटेल्स. आधा अधूरा नॉलेज देके मैं फील करता हूँ कि उसका कोई मतलब नहीं बनता. ठीक है, आपको चलो कुछ, देयर आर मेनी इंस्टीट्यूट्स दैट माइट टेल विद इन 3 months डेटा साइंस सीख जाओगे. मेरे को लग गया 6.5-7 साल, अमोल सर को लग गया 6.5-7 साल टू गेट इनटू डेटा साइंस. सो 3 महीने में तो वो पॉसिबल है ही नहीं. तो इसलिए हम लोग फेक प्रॉमिस तो नहीं करेंगे. द थिंग्स दैट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न इन डिटेल्स. हम लोग छोटे छोटे चीज उठाए हैं जिसको हम लोग अच्छे से सीखेंगे, एंड देन यू विल गेट टू नो कि आगे क्या एक्सप्लोर करना है. वो एक्सप्लोर करते करते यू विल रीच टू योर डेस्टिनेशन प्रॉपरली. And right now, our main target is to get into the IT industry and work in the field of data analytics. Get introduced to data analytics at first, and then you can explore many things. स्काई इज द लिमिट, अभी भी मैं पढ़ाई करता हूँ एवरी डे, तो वो अपने आप को अपग्रेड नहीं करूंगा तो आगे नहीं बढ़ूंगा। तो आईटी में वही चीज है, यू नीड टू कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप योरसेल्फ अपग्रेडिंग इफ यू हैव टू ग्रो। अदरवाइज आप एज अ गवर्नमेंट सर्विस की तरह काम कर सकते हो, ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं। देयर आर मेनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस दैट आर वर्किंग ऑन द सेम थिंग्स, सालों साल से 15-16 साल बीत गया फिर भी एक ही काम हो रहा है, बट उसमें यू वोंट फील दैट किक टू लर्न। सो वी आर गोइंग टू कवर दोस थिंग्स, डिटेल्स में नहीं जाएंगे, सीक्वल में भी मेन बात पे आऊंगा कि सीक्वल में हम लोग एवरीथिंग बहुत डिटेल्स में करेंगे। बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स आप देख पा रहे हो, 40s 50s के ऊपर सिर्फ टॉपिक्स ही है। ओ माय गॉड 64 चला गया, तो हाँ, सो हाँ, देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स दैट वी आर गोइंग टू कवर ओवर हियर। व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल बिकम अ प्रो। We want to give you knowledge so that you can go into the market and tell that I have got 2 to 3 years or even more experience in this field, and we will make sure that you prepare in that manner, ताकि आप आराम से बोल पाओ मुझे 3 साल का नॉलेज है। एंड वही 3 साल का नॉलेज we are trying to give through our experience within this 3 months. हाँ, ऐसा लग सकता है 3 साल का नॉलेज 3 महीने में कैसे देंगे, बट ऐसा ही होता है कि 3 साल में हम लोग जितने सीखते हैं विच इज नॉट ह्यूज। इनफैक्ट मुझे 9 साल हो गया इंडस्ट्री में काम करते हुए, अभी भी मुझे लगता है मैंने बहुत कुछ नहीं सीखा। देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स दैट आई एम स्टिल एक्सप्लोरिंग। So that is the main funda or main motto behind this entire module that we have developed for you. Our main objective is job and we are going to get that. आपको जॉब का टेंशन नहीं लेना है, वो टेंशन हमारा है। आपको सिर्फ कमिटमेंट ये देना है कि that you need to study hard. Okay, the more hard work you do, the better result you will get. पैकेज मैं लेके आऊंगा आप लोगों के लिए, एक पैकेज से हम लोग संतुष्ट नहीं होंगे। वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लोर मोर। एक ऑफर लेटर आ गया, देन वी आर गोइंग टू लुक सम काउंटर ऑफर्स एंड वी विल ट्राई टू एक्सप्लोर उससे ज्यादा मिल सकता है क्या। एंड इंडस्ट्री इज गिविंग अ लॉट एट द मोमेंट। ओके, so yes, so no need to get into SQL. You can open SQL and you can explain the canvas of SQL, I guess. I think that will be enough for today.
Yeah, sure. I will walk you through with a little bit about ETL also. Yeah, but don't get confused. You will not require 7 years, because वो सुभदीप ने बताया कि 7 years डेटा साइंस के लिए लगेगा, but for data analyst if you give dedicatedly 2 hours daily, by the time we finish with our syllabus you will have an offer. There might be chances if you do dedicatedly, because this is not much difficult, and बाद में you have to explore. So this is enough only for data analytics team, and I'm sure you will give the dedicated time, right? So I will walk you through with another slide. Let me open it. Yeah, here it is, right? हमने ज्यादा टाइम ETL कर रहे थे, right? So what is the ETL? Are you able to view my screen? ETL वाला?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. हाँ. Actually, this is the ETL वाला picture. We have seen what are the database, where it's come from, right? We actually transform it. This is the process and store it into data warehouse. And this is nothing, only extract, transform and load. Extract the data and then transfer it, and there is also work going on, reduplicating, combining, ensuring quality of data, right? These all work done by ETL team only. Then it cleans and store the data, the required data only, good data, right? Which will help us to analyze our data and predict the future. Then they also cleans it, inconsistent data or missing data, they analyze it. Everything will be done by ETL team. Then there is a standardized formatting, right? They apply and store it data. Then data also need to be redundant. There should not be data that is not in that won't be useful in future. So data redundancy also checked by ETL team. then sorting and organizing data in our requirement format, right? Then there is also other tasks. Those are done by the ETL team, right? We don't have to go with this ETL because this is completely different team and different class also for this, and we don't have to go this to the ETL. Did you understand with the ETL concept? What this team do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Then what are the challenges that ETL team have to face, right? Then report generation mostly take place at night, as I explained you. In night mein hi hota hai, because daily in day everyone make a transactions and create a transaction, generate and store into the our data OLTP data warehouse. Okay. Then there is incremental load. This is very important concept. There is no point in loading same data next day, only changes have to be loaded. What does this mean? Suppose today I'm running the ETL job. I have load data till yesterday, right? And I came tomorrow and again doing the same task. So it should not happen कि मैंने already कल का तो किया है, तो that should not be again stored. Then it will be increase duplicate transaction, and again there will be load in the data warehouse. This should not be happen. So incremental data or new generated data has to be loaded. Okay. And here's a data duplication. This also I have, this concept also I have already explained. There is not point in loading same data twice. It take up more space. If you take a duplicate time, right? That actually that will be load will be increased, right? More space will be increased, right? Our time will be lost. Then again there will be a problem will be increased, data will not go in time, right? So we have to map each and everything. So it's not we, ETL team. Then fourth, then we come to the load process. Million of rows are loaded in the data warehouse. It takes hours for this load to complete. What happens if they create an workflow where data getting extract from Oracle or from CRM or some different system and getting stored into the data warehouse. Suppose we are using Teradata warehouse. So for getting data and store it, it takes time. You can expect it 1 hour, 2 hours, because data is huge. It's depending on data. If you take an example of bank, in a 1 second, 1,000 of people are making transactions. So you cannot imagine how much transaction will generate in 1 day. So all transaction has to be stored. These are all important data for them, right? This is actually flow. Then let's see what is in next slide. Who have not installed SQL? Do you have any question till here? ETL.
So guys, everyone has understood what is incremental load. Sonu and Tridip, because we have discussed this to the other students. Sonu, any question?
Yes.
No, sir, no. It's
Right.
clear.
Clear, right? If you have got any confusion in mind, always ask, because it will be much easier for you later to, because these slides will be sent to you. Okay, you do not have to copy these things. Okay, these are materials that you will be getting every day after the end of the class. Together you will also get the access to the recordings that we have every day. So you do not have to copy, you just need to understand. Okay, if required you can make short notes if you want, but it's fine. So you don't have to copy the exact things.
Just one story, sir.
Yeah.
As Amol sir said today time pehle ki sometimes you guys also need to extract the data. I mean, though the ETL team is there,
Right.
sometimes we also need to extract the data. I mean, so we have to like go with these ETL things. I mean,
No,
these are going to...
I'll explain you this thing. So ETL का concept क्या होता है? ETL data को clean करते हैं. राइट। जो अनवांटेड डेटा है उसको हटा के वो लोग एक डेटाबेस छोटा सा एक टेबल फॉर्मेट में बनाते, टेबल बनाते वो लोग, और वो टेबल हमें देते। तो उस कब सपोज उस टेबल में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, सपोज एम्प्लॉय आईडी है, उसका सैलरी है, उसका लोकेशन है, उसका सपोज से फादर का इंफॉर्मेशन है। एंड रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसा आया कि मुझे सिर्फ बंदे का नाम चाहिए, एम्प्लॉय का नेम चाहिए एंड उसका सैलरी चाहिए। So that means for you the remaining data that they have given you are unwanted, right? So you need to extract only those data from the database according to the requirement.
Got it.
That's why comes the picture of SQL.
Yeah.
So you do not have to work on the ETL tools. There are different ETL tools that are available, like Tableau Prep. Then we have Informatica. Then we have different other tools are also available in the market. I'm not going into that in details. So you do not have to go through that process. Already segregated data, you are just extracting the data with the help of queries. Simple queries through SQL. Yeah.
Right. Actually here, and this is really very tedious work. Lot many works happen. और उसके लिए Alteryx, Informatica जैसे बड़े टूल है. That you don't have to learn. But also in Power BI, right? You have Power Query.
Right.
तो पूरा important data जो लगेगा वो store किया, right?
Right.
लेकिन आपको तो इसमें से कौन सा रिपोर्ट चाहिए? इसमें तो हर चीज है, हर कॉलम से। तो वही आपको डेटा जो है रिप्रेजेंट करना है। तो बाकी का डेटा क्या है? अनवांटेड है। तो ओनली टू फिल्टर दोज डेटा, दोज कॉलम अगेन एंड लिटिल बिट कंसेप्ट। इतना आपको बड़ा टूल सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है। छोटा जैसे मैं आपको कवर करने वाला पावर क्वेरी, पावर और टैब्लो वाले पावर प्रेप जैसे यूज करते हैं, और वो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इजीली। अगर आपको ये भी करके ETL भी करना है तो देन इट विल बी लिटिल हेवियर।
राइट।
तो ये
ETL आपको करना है, अभी नहीं करना है। that is upgrading yourself, right?
हाँ, if you want to upgrade, if you want to know each and everything, if you want to be a scrum master कि मुझे हर चीज पता होना चाहिए, मैं ये सबको डिवाइड करूंगा, अलोकेट करेंगे, तो ये आपको ग्रेजुअली आपको अपग्रेड करना है। बट फर्स्ट
right.
Okay, right. Got it.
So that is your pathway to be a data scientist.
करेक्ट।
तो हमने पहले ये सीखा, फिर मैंने ETL सीखा, फिर सिर्फ एक ETL से नहीं हुआ, अलग अलग ETL सीखा, फिर उसके बाद AI/ML बहुत सारे लैंग्वेजेस है, उसमें भी वो भी सीखना पड़ा, स्टैटिस्टिक्स। So slowly we will take baby steps, one step at a time. Okay, we'll achieve a short goal and then we'll go for the next goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so data, yeah.
हाँ बोलिए।
जैसे डेटा एनालिटिक्स इज जैसे हर एक प्रोजेक्ट में डेटा एनालिटिक्स की एक रिक्वायरमेंट।
एब्सोल्युटली, अभी सिर्फ हर एक प्रोजेक्ट में नहीं, हर एक फील्ड में आ गया है। बिकॉज सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी, उसको भी तो देखना है कि आगे जाके क्या हो रहा है उसके डेटा के साथ, कौन से बिजनेस को मैं बढ़ाना चाहता हूँ। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग यू अ स्मॉल एग्जांपल, मैंने अभी बहुत फिलहाल एक कंपनी स्विच किया है। I got my initial company that I got placed was a manufacturing company, one of the top manufacturing companies in India. And मैं खुद को ही बिलीव नहीं कर पाया कि आजकल इधर पे भी हो रहा है क्या। तो बात वही है कि हर जगह पे ये सेक्टर अभी ह्यूज है। डेटा इज द प्रेजेंट, डेटा इज द फ्यूचर।
राइट।
आप खुद बताओ, आप खुद भी डेटा बहुत सारे जगहों पे स्टोर करते हो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको राशन चाहिए तो आप लिख लेते हो, राइट, कहीं पे, और अभी आप क्या कर रहे हो, मोबाइल पे नोट्स पे लिख देते हो कि मेरे को ये चीजें चाहिए। दैट मींस यू आर स्टोरिंग द डेटा, यू आर आल्सो यूजिंग इन डे टू डे लाइफ। एंड कंपनीज को तो उससे प्रॉफिट जनरेट करना है। आपको प्रॉफिट नहीं जनरेट हो रहा है, बट उनको प्रॉफिट जनरेट करना है। तो यस, एवरी सेक्टर ऑफ बिजनेस राइट नाउ रिक्वायर्स डेटा। इसके वजह से तो इसके वजह से ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ लॉकडाउन सारे सेक्टर्स, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट रिसेशन ही चल रहा है मोस्ट ऑफ द सेक्टर्स में, बट IT सेक्टर बूम, राइट, बिकॉज डिजिटलाइजेशन हो गया है। आप जो पेटीएम या गूगल पे में ऐप यूज कर रहे हो, वो डेटा कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच गया आपको भी नहीं पता। अलग अलग जगह से शायद आपको कॉल्स आ रहे हो, तो वो ऑलरेडी बिजनेस जनरेट कर लिए उससे, उस डेटा से। हम लोग सिर्फ घर पे बैठे हुए हैं। सो दिस इज हाउ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज वर्किंग एट द मोमेंट।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।
Okay. Do you all guys have this tool installed? SQL.
I don't think
No,
Tridip
no.
and Sonu has. Yeah.
Yeah. So आपका ही करवा देते हैं ताकि we actually had started a SQL, but let's download from your system also. So we'll go ahead. पहले download करते हैं. Then we'll see what is there inside the SQL. How does it work? Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is actually slide. I will give you one a link where you will find. Give me 1 minute. You have to download it. I'll drop a message in chat box. So click on that. तो आपको एक Microsoft का पेज ओपन हो जाएगा वेबसाइट.
Yes.
And I'll request everyone to join using your laptop every day, because it will be more practical oriented studies that we are going to do rather than theoretical. आज का
Tridip
थोड़ा
और-
theoretical चल रहा है, but from next class it will be more into practicals. Yeah.
Yeah. Any one of you, please share the screen so I can guide through your screen itself.
हाँ, कोई एक share करो and the other person can follow कि क्या चल रहा है उसके screen में. It will be the
Sono or
same.
Tridip, any one of, because the rest all have installed it. Oh, let me stop myself first, then it will allow you. Yeah, now go ahead. Sonu or Tridip, who is going to share screen? Or do you want me to be present, or you will follow the step?
Yes, I have shared the screen.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you able to see?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, there is a download option at the top line, right? Click on download. Yeah. So now you also have to follow. I'm going to send you PPT also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you find. Yeah. Now scroll down. Tridip, scroll down. Yeah, here is two options. Wait. Developer and Express, right? Yeah, both have a similar option almost, which we are going to learn. So click on Express. Yeah, it got downloaded. So open it. Yeah, here three options are there: basic, customize if you want to custom, right, or download media. Go to the basic option. We don't have to customize it. Accept license, then install it.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you haven't said the syllabus. I don't get the.
You have not
syllabus.
received it yet? Okay.
Yes.
I'll send you 1 minute. It's more on my WhatsApp. I'll send it in the group.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. That's what I want to say.
Okay, sure.
It actually takes time usually, so don't worry, let it be.
So now are you able to reach to this stage?
As of now, no. It's like I'll do it for sure.
Okay.
There's some internet issue. So
Okay,
I'm
no
gonna,
problem. So you can check it for the time being.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'll share you the recording. Might be once it is generated, I'll share the recording in the group.
yeah, that will
I'll
be much
int-
better for me. So I can, I know, I mean, I can do it later also if the
Yeah.
internet issue.
Yeah.
We also have PPD. Through this PPD, she can download.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You don't have to write anything or take a notes. I'm there. I'll prepare notes myself. Whatever we have shown, whatever we are going to learn here, even query also I'm going to give each and everything. So you don't have to worry about and waste the time, right? Yeah, click on close. Oops, wait. Unable to install server setup. There is a previous installation requirement to reboot machine and change process restart. You need to restart your system. Restart it and do it. I will guide you to the step from where we have started from last slide. अभी restart तो करना है.
आप restart करोगे तो might be we will lose you, but it's fine. You're there. You can once again join our session, and you can find the class link in your mail. And also we have added you in the in our WhatsApp group, so that is also present over there.
Okay.
It is already actually downloaded. Only you have to install it again. And when Ssms is also the client tool we have to download. अपने यहाँ पे आगे वही पे जाना चाहिए था, but
Okay, I will restart.
ठीक है, yeah, restart.
Yeah. So Tridip will take time to get it installed. Actually, I don't think we can jump into the practice or.
Yeah, it's fine. Today we won't be able to do much. but from tomorrow we can
Yeah, practically.
practically get into the details once again.
Correct.
So any thought process till now, guys?
Can I share my screen?
Vinita, your voice is very low. मतलब थोड़ा earphone को ठीक करो. Yes, you can share your screen. Only that part I was able to hear. Yeah.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Actually, last time हमने जो database create करा था, that was this one.
Oh, yeah. Actually, वो system में.
Sandy, is it visible or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is visible. Yes.
Yeah. Last time we have created this database and also created the table inside it, right?
Right.
And this is the table we have created last time.
No, last one. Right.
Video table.
Correct.
Yeah, this is the table.
Correct.
And when I'm clicking on the master sheet, it is also created here also. I'm not getting to दो बारी इसमें भी और इसमें भी कैसे हो गया?
Correct. Actually, master अपना system database में what happened कि you have created tables in master table. Master table में वही जो system automatically create करता है वही होना चाहिए. तो you can delete all this table. Employee, I think you have created it for practice.
मेरे को यहाँ पे जाके ये database select करना होगा जो मैंने create करा है.
Right.
Means first of all I have to select this database which I have created.
Select. Right. वहाँ से select कर सकते हो. Otherwise, we have query also which will help you to go select that automatically. न तो यहाँ पे right click करके भी आप कर सकते हो. Right.
ये मेरे को that's why कि यहाँ पे ये table delete नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि ये दोनों जगह पे create हुआ है.
कहाँ पे हुआ है? Okay.
ये master database में भी है and इसमें भी है.
Okay. Understood. Right. Correct. तो यहाँ पे से right click करना उस पे. Right click, delete. Let me find what error. हाँ हो तो रहा है. कुछ error भी नहीं आ रहा है.
ये means manually हो रहा है जब मैं coding की
कोडिंग में भी होगा. मैन्युअली हो रहा है तो कोडिंग पे ही होगा. There should not be any problem. ठीक है, कोडिंग से देख लेना. कोडिंग नहीं है, क्वेरी है. क्वेरी.
इसमें हाँ. ये अगर मैं इससे डिलीट करूंगी तो वहाँ पे
तो हाँ सिलेक्ट करना है कि मास्टर डेटाबेस जो है वो सिलेक्ट करना. नहीं वहां से.
अच्छा.
नहीं तो यूज राइट यूज. हाँ तो वो मास्टर डेटाबेस वो स्लाइड ऊपर करना थोड़ा. ये अपना ट्रीज है यहाँ वो ऊपर और ऊपर. हाँ मास्टर स्पेस मास्टर. हाँ वहां से सिलेक्ट किया तो इजी है.
देखो मैं एक चीज तुम लोग कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो शायद विनीता. There are two ways to work on the SQL server. Okay. एक है graphically by doing clicks. एक है through queries. हम लोग ग्राफिकली चीजें बाद में सीखेंगे. क्वेरीज के थ्रू करना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है. ये जो तुमने ऊपर जाके टॉप लेफ्ट में मास्टर को चेंज किया ना, दैट एक्चुअली वी कैन डू विद द हेल्प ऑफ क्वेरी. सो अमोल सर वही बता रहे कि वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गो थ्रू ग्राफिकली. यू कैन, दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, बट थ्रू क्वेरी करेंगे तो हमारा हैंड्स ऑन बहुत स्ट्रांग होगा. कोई अगर तुम्हें पूछेगा बताओ इसको करने के लिए क्या यूज करोगे क्वेरी, then at that time you can usually say we can use the use keyword. It's a keyword that you are using. Okay, use. So after use you need to type over there master. Yes Amol, you can talk now.
right. या मास्टर सिलेक्ट करना. राइट और एंटर और गो. एंटर नीचे एंटर प्रेस करना. अभी गो जो राइट अभी
Master.
हाँ एग्जीक्यूट करो दोनों को सिलेक्ट करके नहीं बस गो ही बस हाँ दोनों को सिलेक्ट करके एग्जीक्यूट या हो गया सिलेक्ट हो गया ऑटोमेटिकली ऊपर का
अभी देखो ऊपर चेंज हो गया, मास्टर बन गया है। तो सिमिलरली जस्ट टू चेक, ये मास्टर को हटा के तुम वो नीचे का डेटाबेस लिखो DDD नहीं मास्टर का हटा के।
नहीं रहने दो उधर ही कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है यू आर गोइंग इन राइट डायरेक्शन
या इट्स फाइन। हाँ अभी उसको सिलेक्ट करके एग्जीक्यूट, ये
हाँ,
देखो ऊपर
देखो।
चेंज हो गया मास्टर।
Yeah,
Understood.
got it. Yeah. Thanks.
हाँ no problem.
एंड और
Now
एक चीज
you
हम
can-
लोग यूज करेंगे, सॉरी मोर टू इंटरप्ट, वी विल ट्राई टू गो बाय द डिसिप्लिन ऑफ सीक्वल। ओके, सीक्वल में कोई भी हम लोग सिंटैक्स जो लिखते हैं इट शुडंट बी इन स्मॉल लेटर्स। जो भी कीवर्ड्स हम लोग यूज करेंगे इट शुड ऑलवेज बी इन अपर कैप्स, एवरीथिंग। ओके,
It is not case sensitive, no?
no
It is
it's
not
not
case
skill sensitive but for best practice it is good to use
या
case sensitive.
इट इज बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस एंड डे वन से हम लोग अगर वो फॉलो करेंगे तो वो बेस्ट रहेगा। ठीक है, सो ऑलवेज यूज द कीवर्ड्स यूजिंग अपर कैप्स। वो धीरे धीरे अमोल सर बता देंगे। अमोल सर जब भी क्वेरी लिखेंगे he will also write in upper caps so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Okay,
Right.
Okay.
All right.
And one thing more, मैंने last time YouTube पे channel पे देखा था कि semicolon at the end of the syntax we are using, but
Right.
यहाँ पे मैंने कोई semicolon use नहीं किया and it's running properly. Is it necessary to use semicolon or without semicolon we can work it?
देखो सेमीकोलन इज नेसेसरी व्हाई बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू कॉल अगर आपके 500 ऑफ लाइंस है राइट एंड इफ यू वांट टू कॉल सम पर्टिकुलर क्वेरी दैट टाइम द कोड विल बी रन ओनली टिल द सेमीकोलन सो दैट इज बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस वी विल यूज सेमीकोलन आल्सो
Oh,
हाँ बट हाँ वो फर्स्ट डे था तो हमने यूज नहीं किया क्योंकि ज्यादा चीजें यूज टू नहीं थी तो
हम लोग धीरे धीरे कवर करेंगे एवरीथिंग। सेमीकोलन इज इम्पोर्टेंट। देखो YouTube में मेनी थिंग्स आर अवेलेबल, बहुत फास्ट बता देते हैं, बट उतना फास्ट हम बताएंगे तो बहुत सारा नॉलेज नहीं दे पाएंगे। तो वो धीरे धीरे जाएंगे। ठीक है, एवरीथिंग विल बी कवर्ड, सो डोंट वरी, यू विल बी अ प्रो वंस यू एंड सीक्वल। सो उतना भागने की जरूरत नहीं है इतना इनिशियली। अभी ABCD भी नहीं सीखते। हाँ,
okay. Thank you.
no problem. Yes, Ragi, you can share your screen and I think we need to sort your issue as well.
Okay.
आपके इसमें डेटाबेस ही तो नहीं बना। आप जो एक बार दिखाइए क्या क्या डेटाबेसेस बना हुआ है। क्लिक ऑन द ड्रॉप डाउन ऑन द टॉप, मास्टर का जो ड्रॉप डाउन है उसको।
नहीं उसने बनाया है लेकिन उन्होंने रागी नाम का ही बनाया खुद के नाम से।
अच्छा,
हाँ,
ओके
तो वो डेटाबेस
ओके, दैट
तो
इज
व्हाट क्वेरी डू यू हैव so let me know so that I can help you to come out of that issue.
Yes, Ragi, क्या इशू हो रहा था तुम्हारा? You are trying to delete Ragi because you have already deleted DDC001, that is no more present. तो वो डिलीट करोगे तो वो ये एरर वही दिखाएगा। See, database DDC001 does not exist.
Right.
Now try
Let
to
it be.
delete Ragi. Yeah.
And रहने दो रागी भी, we will alter the name. Okay, when we will start our syllabus practically, we will change and we will alter name. Okay, we can change a database name as well. ठीक है ना? Otherwise we can drop Ragi and then we can start from the scratch.
Yeah, drop Ragi. I think that will actually solve his issue.
Correct,
Ragi,
correct.
are you able to hear us?
Get
Because
rid of all
we are
these
not
queries
Yes,
which
sir.
we have written.
सारे क्वेरीज को कंट्रोल ए करके डिलीट कर दो। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम स्क्रैच।
कहाँ से?
क्लिक करो वो पेन में जहाँ पे क्वेरी लिखे हो।
Right.
अभी कंट्रोल ए प्रेस करो एंड डिलीट कर दो। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिलीट द रागी डेटाबेस दैट यू हैव क्रिएटेड। ओके, तो आपको पहले देखना है रागी डेटाबेस कहाँ पे है। डेटाबेस के अंदर है, राइट?
Yes.
So now,
नहीं database doesn't require कि उसी database के अंदर जाए, तो master होगा भी तो भी that's fine. So write down the query, drop database, or write down the name of database. RAGI, right. Select the same which already you got in help, right? Tab, yeah. Now select and execute. No. Not, you don't have to select array. All you have to select and execute then.
Maybe.
Yeah, now see, command completed successfully. Now if you refresh now, sometime it get replaced little, it take time. Last time
actually मेरे को प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, वो मैं केवल ड्रॉप सेलेक्ट कर रहा था, इसी वजह से नहीं हो पा रहा था.
हाँ, राइट. मैंने ऑलरेडी बताया था कि कैसा है कि आप जितना पार्ट सिलेक्ट करेंगे वही एग्जीक्यूट होगा. सो यू ऑलवेज हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट एंड व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिलीट और एग्जीक्यूट द क्वेरी. अदरवाइज हर एक कोड को निकाल दो और नया कोड जनरेट करो और ऑल को एग्जीक्यूट करना, फिर भी एग्जीक्यूट होगा विदाउट सिलेक्शन. बट देयर वुड बी मेनी लाइन, राइट? So that's why a selection is important. Otherwise, selection is also not required. अभी यहाँ पे other queries है नहीं, so you can simply click on execute. But now already you have deleted it, so it will fire an error.
Okay, sir, last time वो delete भी नहीं हो रहा था, means maybe मेरे बड़े भाई ने कुछ चेक कर रहा था, that's why कुछ changes उन्होंने करा, that's why, क्योंकि ये रागी database maybe he has created it.
ओके. नहीं, लास्ट टाइम क्या हुआ था कि वो सिस्टम एक्चुअली क्लोज करके, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी क्या होता है कि ये यू आर यूजिंग वन क्लाइंट, राइट? दिस इज SSMS, ये डेटाबेस है ना, ये क्लाइंट टूल है जो डेटाबेस से इंटरैक्शन करता है. तो आपने सिस्टम यूज किया तो क्या होता है कि वो क्वेरी एरर में रन ही होता रहता है बैकएंड में. तो दैट टाइम व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, क्लोज द एप्लीकेशन, देन अगेन ओपन, दैट विल बी डन. Yeah, that is actually a simple तरीका है कि how to get rid of that issue.
Okay, sir. Can I stop sharing my screen, sir?
Yeah. Now, is there any issues or
I think we can check 3D screen and get that installed.
Yes.
Zoom is fine. You can minimize your screen. Then you can go to the download section.
So again, I have to type SQL.
No, not required. Go to download. It's had already been downloaded. So go to your downloads. Press Windows D on your keyboard. Okay. Yeah. Go to downloads. Yeah. Open this. Double click on it.
Again, I have to go through this.
Yes, you need to. So for Sonu, just follow these steps, okay? Steps are quite simple. Once you download SQL Server, you would be able to do this thing as well.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely, sir.
today we are going to just do the downloading part. The canvas we are going to talk about tomorrow, and then we can take it from there. Okay.
Sure,
So-
sir, we'll do it.
And guys, are you comfortable on Sunday between 6 to 8 p.m.? Or if it gets extended, it will be extended till 8:30. Are you guys comfortable, everyone?
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Okay. Sonu, Trideep, Maksud.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So Saturday, the timing will be 7 to 9, and for Sunday, the timing will be 6 to 8 or 8:30. So yeah, so we'll work on that.
Thanks.
And whatever things that you were doing in class, from tomorrow onwards, it will be more hardcore training. So please utilize your weekdays to understand the things, go through the PPTs, go through the recording once again, make your own notes, and start your studies properly. Okay. Do not keep anything pending, because if you keep things pending, then things will be very difficult. If you miss any class, just ensure that you check the recording on that week itself. Otherwise, you won't be able to follow the next class. Then you will lose interest and you might not join. So that should not happen. Okay. So if you have kuch goal set ki ho life mein, so we need to work on that. So I'll just repeat the time for the training once again so that there is no confusion, and we will update the time on our WhatsApp description as well. Okay, Amol, you can take over and can help Trideep through this process. I'll drop it in the WhatsApp group, the time.
Yeah, click on connect now. Right. ये मैसेज आया तो सही है, ऐसा मैसेज आना चाहिए. This is a
Okay.
right replacement. Wonderful. Now click on install Ssms. Ssms. Then click on download option. Scroll down. Scroll up. Scroll up. Right. Little down. Now that option I had. Here. Free download for SQL Server Management 18.12. You can download this.
Install.
Yeah, install it now. Actually, this is SSMS. SSMS means nothing but SQL Server Management Studio. This is the client tool which help us to connect to the local database.
Okay.
Now we are using local database, right?
Right.
Yeah, computer में ही हम store कर रहे हैं सब entries. Yeah, close now. Right now you go into start option, that Windows option, click on Windows option. Yeah, then wait, click again. Yeah, not that SQL Server. Type Ssms. Right, first one. Now open SQL Server Management Studio. Open it. Click on open. Yeah.
Management Studio.
No, something you open different. Go again. Yeah, type SSMS. हाँ, तो आपको ये दिख रहा है एक सेकंड ऑप्शन.
Right.
हाँ, नहीं सेकंड ऑप्शन ऊपर से जाओ ऊपर
से सेकंड ऊपर से
हाँ ऊपर से या
MS SQL Management Studio.
करेक्ट.
Okay. Click on it.
या क्लिक. Yeah, now click on connect. Yeah, this is the interface of SSMS.
Okay.
Okay, rest we will cover tomorrow.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, so do you have any to say?
No. So this is how we have installed today the SQL Server Management Studio. Tomorrow we will discuss this canvas. You see, this is a canvas. There is on the right hand side, there is a blue pane. On the left hand side, there is something called as Object Explorer. On the top, there are some toolbars. So हम लोग धीरे धीरे उसको मतलब कल हम लोग पहले एक ओवरव्यू ले लेंगे हर एक चीज क्या क्या है and then we will start with the code. That means through with the queries. तो कैसे कैसे tables बनाते हैं, database कैसे बनाते हैं, we will learn that.
Sure.
So any question for today's session? कुछ confusion है mind में? For anything? Trideep and Sonu, सब कुछ clear?
Yes, everything
Now
clear.
you can picturize what I was saying on call. क्या exactly हो रहा है?
Of course.
Everything's are falling in place now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Okay.
now, yeah, I can visualize, like I can picturize in my mind what is all about.
That is important. And I think same with Trideep. Are you able to understand कि क्या बोल रहा था मैं call पे?
Yes.
कि कैसे कैसे we are going to create the roadmap for you.
Right.
So we will be doing in this manner. धीरे धीरे और clarity हो जाएगा सबके लिए. And everyone will have a different journey. Though you are learning the same things, but destination is the same. However, the journey will be different for everyone. Okay. So thank you once again for joining in, everyone. It really means a lot. And thank you, Amol sir, for your time. And we'll meet tomorrow once again. I have sent the updated timings of the class in our WhatsApp group. And I hope to see you all again once again tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.